Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, can we call main method from other methods in Java? The answer is yes. In Java, it is possible for us to call the main method from other methods, but this approach is not recommended. Okay, no one while writing the Java program will try to call the main method from other methods in Java, even though it is possible. So we generally leave this main method calling to the JVM. So JVM generally calls the main method to start the execution of the program. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine, which actually invokes this main method by default when you run the Java programs. But intentionally, we don't try to call the main method from other methods in Java, even though it is possible. Okay. So it is a bad approach. That is, calling the main method from other methods is a bad approach. But it is possible. How it is possible, I'm going to show you, but we don't have to use in real time though. I'll switch to Eclipse IDE for practical demonstration of this, and I'll create a new class. I'll just name this class as class 1, let's say. With main method, I'll create, finish. And inside the main method, I'm going to write some sample statement, sample print statement saying inside main method. Okay. Similarly, I'll create one more method, public static void sample1 method. Okay. And here also in the sample1 method, which is a normal method, apart from the main method, sample1 method is a normal method. Okay. Here I'll write inside sample1 method. Okay. Now the question here is, can we call this main method from this sample1 method? Generally, main method is invoked by JVM, right? When you run the code here, if you run the code here, so execution will start from the main method because JVM, Java Virtual Machine, will invoke automatically call this main method, and from there the execution starts. Once the execution of the main method starts, from this main method we can call the normal method. Okay, a main method can call a normal method using this method calling statement. That's okay. But now the question here is, apart from the JVM invoking this main method, is it possible for the normal method to call this main method? As the main method is calling this normal method like sample1, right? Similarly, is it possible for this normal method to call the main method? Yes, it is possible, guys, but it's not recommended, guys. No one will do in real time. But to show you that it is possible, I will call the main method. Okay, the name of the main method. And inside this, I need to pass an argument here. Okay, otherwise error will come. It is requesting you to pass the arguments like string array kind of stuff. Okay, you can create a string array if you want. You can create a string array. Let's say str is equal to, just create a string array. This is a string array, right? Let's say Arun, Varun, then Varun, and then Tarun. I'm passing the arguments. Okay, I'm passing this particular string array as an argument to this while calling this main method because there is a parameter here, string array argument. So here I'll pass this str inside this main method. That's it. You see, it's possible, guys. Put a semicolon here. That's it. And also to see whether this particular values that are passed, argument that is passed to the string array, can we print it out? Yes, we can print it out. How? Mm, After calling this sample1 method, I'll just print it out like the system.out.println. There is a predefined class known as arrays.toString. ToString method, I'll say arrays.toString. Here I'll pass this args. Okay. It will be converted to toString and printed in the output. Okay. Whatever the argument that is passed here to this args after calling this method will be. You see, I'm trying to call simple words. I'm trying to call the main method, guys, and also I'm passing this parameter. Okay, as a string array. So whether it is printing all these things or not, okay. Let's see whether the argument is being passed, string array argument is being passed, and that particular parameter received arguments are being printed or not. Let's see that. Let's run this. And the moment you run that, for a while it will run, guys. Okay. You see, it will go into the infinite loop kind of stuff, and it will not end in infinite loop. Basically, at a point of time, you'll get an error. Okay. So actually it goes into the infinite loop, but because of the memory constants and all, it will stop somewhere. Okay. Inside sample one, first what is getting printed? 1 minute. I'll go to the top here. Inside sample 1, inside main method. Inside sample 1. Okay. Inside sample 1, inside main method. Inside sample 1, inside main method. And it goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on. And finally, just see here, keeps on going. And at a point of time, it will give you an error, guys. That is stack overflow error. Okay. Stack overflow. Memory is overflowing. Okay. So there is no memory to, go ahead and repeatedly call this method calling this method calling this method. That is not possible. And here, there is one thing. That is, so what's happening here? Execution will start from the main method. Inside main method, sample 1 should be called. Inside sample 1 should be printed. And okay. Once it is called, again it's calling the main method inside main method. Okay. So I have to do one thing, guys. I have to take this out here and put it here. Okay, it's better. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Let's keep the calling statements at the end. Okay, run as Java application. This time we'll see proper output. Yeah, now we are getting proper output. Fine. So let's go. First, it started with inside main method. After that, okay, after that, it printed what? Arun, Varun, Tarun, inside sample 1 method. Then inside main method, again, you see, it's being passed inside sample 1 and then inside main method. And then these arguments that are passed are getting printed. Okay. They are calling, simple words is that we can call main method from other methods. But at a point of time, you will get this exception, guys. Okay. Once repeatedly, it will go on, right? And memory flow will happen where stack overflow error will come. Okay. In the output, stack overflow will come and program will stop abruptly. Okay. So it will say stack overflow error will come due to memory constraints and all. But this looping is going to continue. Okay. The normal method calling the main method, again, main method calling this method. Okay. It keeps going on, and at some point of time, we'll get stop stack overflow error. But to the point, if I come, can we call main method from other methods in Java? Apart from the JVM, by default calling the main method to run the Java programs or to start the execution of the code, there is a possibility that other normal methods in Java programs can also call this main method, but that approach is not recommended, guys. So the answer is yes, but it is not recommended. Okay. With practical demonstration, I answered this question for you. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.